Edward the Martyr c. 96218, March 978, was King of the English from the 8th of July 975 until he was killed in 978. He was the eldest son of King Edgar R. 959 to 975. On Edgar's death, the succession to the throne was contested between Edward's supporters and those of his younger half-brother, the future King Thelad the Unready. As they were both children, it is unlikely that they played an active role in the dispute, which was probably between rival family alliances. Edward's principal supporters were Dunstan, Archbishop of Canterbury, and Ethelwine, Alderman of East Anglia, while Thelad was backed by his mother, Queen Guthfrith, and her friend Thorwald, Bishop of Winchester. The dispute was quickly settled. Edward was chosen as king and Thelad received the lands, traditionally allocated to the king's eldest son in compensation. Edgar had been a strong and overbearing king and a supporter of the monastic reform movement. He had forced the lay nobility and secular clergy to surrender land and sell it at low prices to the monasteries. Thorwald had been the most active and ruthless in seizing land for his monasteries with Edgar's assistance. The nobles took advantage of Edgar's death to get their lands back, mainly by legal actions, but sometimes by force. The supporters of Wulfhere, Alderman of Mercia, and Ethelwine, who both seized some monastic lands, which they believed belonged to them, but also estates claimed by their rivals. The disputes never led to warfare. Edward's short reign was brought to an end by his murder in March 978. In unclear circumstances, he was killed on the Dowager Queen Guthfrith's estate at the Gap of Corfe in Dorset, and hurriedly buried at Wareham. A year later, his body was translated with great ceremony to Shaftesbury Abbey in Dorset. Contemporary writers do not name the murderer, but almost all narratives in the period after the Norman conquest name Guthfrith. Some modern historians agree, but others do not. Another theory is that the killers were thanes of Thelad, probably acting without orders. Medieval kings were believed to be sacrosanct, and Edward's murder deeply troubled contemporaries who regarded it as a mortal sin. He soon came to be revered as a saint, and his feast of the 18th of March is listed in the festal calendar of the Book of Common Prayer of the Church of England. Edward was known in his own time for his extreme violence, and historians consider his veneration thoroughly undeserved.